Friday. It's Friday afternoon, guys. Unfortunately, I had to start a little bit late. On the way out here, I decided I was going to be the one who actually drove. So, I was going to get on at like 9 a.m. Typically, when we go live now, we were doing 8 before. Now we're doing 9. But because I was the one driving up here, I decided to let the wife rest up. So I grabbed the wheel and did the 3.5, 4 hour drive. So, but we're here now, and I announced that we were going to go live right at 1:30, and then I went in the backyard here, and it is deathly hot. It is. I mean, I don't know about that, but it's hot. It's hot as hell. So I felt like a baked potato out there. We're used to the weather that we're in right now is just a lot different than this area where our kids live in California. It is like an oven. So the summertime is definitely starting in this area. So I mean, you can literally throw an egg on the ground and probably fry within like a couple moments. So I had to jump in the car. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to the backyard here, and I didn't want to be out there with everyone else while they're talking. So what's up, Dr. Sheba? Laurel Jackson in the house, Laurel Level. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. So guys, today's title, we're gonna try to keep this as short as possible. But you know your voice, James 6AJ, when I start talking. The title for today, if you guys see the thumbnail, is basically not feeling so proud. And this is kind of it says take that hoodie out. Yeah, but I got a hoodie with a short sleeve though. See, so I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's like a hoodie but a short sleeve hoodie. So, you can see I got the arms free. But coming from where I'm at, it's typically chilly and stuff. So it's just a different vibe out here. It's a little hot, but we're gonna be okay because we're going from here, the car to the house back to the car, and then we're gonna go do something with my son. So it'll all be air conditioned and all that good stuff. Hey, JC, my brother. But so yeah, guys, we got down here. The vibe that I was talking about the other day when I was just so frustrated. I was doing a lot of due diligence, kind of to piggyback off what I was talking about the other day. And I saw a comment that BitBoy had said, and it just really rung a bell with me. When he was talking about, he says, I'm not feeling very proud right now to be an American. And that's not the saying, you have someone take a jab. Well, you're not proud, get out of here, whatever, people just can get so over the top. But, basically it's just you feel heartbroken for all those people and all the stories that out there are people that are just suffering right now. We're in a time where people can use anything that they can as far as encouraging, as far as monetary, as far as opportunity. And, it's just crazy when you look at countries like El Salvador. We're not going to tax crypto. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. And there's just so much celebration for the industry. There's such a they totally embrace crypto, well, specifically Bitcoin, but it's just what they do for their people. And it's just like you would like to see that here in the United States. You would like to see, obviously not just the SEC, but our government fight for us and fight for the people. And yeah, I mean, I get it. Sam Bankman-Fried, what he did was horrible. But you almost think you look at it as an excuse not to go out and give clarity, not to go out there and make things where there's a clear path to what regulation is, so that Coinbase can figure it out and other exchanges can figure it out and Ripple can figure it out or whatever the case may be. But you just want to go out there and just try to choke the whole industry and hurt all those that are involved. It's just horrible. So with all the things that have happened, especially over the last ever since the whole Sam Bankman-Fried and just Operation Choke Point 2.0, and we'll throw you in prison if you use a VPN, and just watching Gary Gensler, I just even sitting there watching him in that in front of the committee when they were asking him questions and the way he answered, even that was embarrassing. Sometimes you'll see someone in your own, sometimes you'll see someone, like you might see a person in your own race, right, that does something ignorant, and it makes you feel embarrassed, to represent, or that person is a representation of your Pacific race, or if it's a basketball player that socks the coach, and you're like, come on, bro, like you making us look bad as basketball players. Or you got a football player that runs up and wants to fight a fan, or if you got whatever it is, it's a bad representation of who you are. And I think as Americans, not a race, not a religion, not anything like that, but as Americans, Gary Gensler makes us look bad. The SEC makes us look bad. The fact that we can't get our heads out our backside makes us look bad. And I was reading articles where, just different articles. I do a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of watching, and it was just talking about how other countries are literally laughing at us. They're laughing at the good old great America. The fact that, many people want to come here because we're the home of the free, the land of the brave, home of the free. And it just right now, they're not treating their people good. And I'm not saying every country is on this is not and everything else, but at least many are trying to find some type of clarity, find some type of medium ground that they can give clarification to what regulations are going to be, so that people can invest and have an opportunity to. Gary is representing America and just doing what the bank's ask him to. Slow down, XRP. Yeah, slow down, XRP. Yeah, I mean he's a pawn. He's a pawn, and I think that they're scared. They're scared of what XRP represents. And you say, God, man, James, you're sure talking a lot about XRP, but you got to understand it's bigger than XRP. If this was HBAR, if this was uh, you know, Algo, if this was XLM, if this was XDC, whatever the hell it is that was attacked by the government or the SEC, aka the government, and the thing is, it's the importance of this case. This case is important, I think, for so much more than just Ripple. I believe that this case is important for crypto. I believe this case is important for our livelihood, for our futures. Um, it's just amazing, people have an opportunity to do something great. People have an opportunity. It's almost like with many of these projects, is almost like a, I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it. It's like a, all you got to do is do your research, and you'll find the more you research a project, it's almost like finding, like there's 8 numbers you need, and all you got to do is be a good student and research and find the 8 numbers, and there's 8 numbers for all these different projects, and those 8 numbers represent a lottery, which it's hard to even say it like that, but basically it's it's an opportunity for people to dream again. It's an opportunity for people to do great things for their families, man. It's an opportunity to change everything, change the entire equation of the rest of your life, guys. Um, it's like knowing that you're getting ready to get into the NBA draft. It's like knowing that you're about to sign the big record deal. It's like knowing that whatever that exciting thing, that exciting moment, it's like you can look at your kids and go, oh my God, mom, dad, or whoever you are, whatever you represent, is going to do something today that's going to change the rest of your life. And that's exciting to strip the American person away from that is just horrific. And I just, at the time that I made this thumbnail, I just felt so miserably upset. I was just so profoundly unproud to be an American at that moment. For all the things that we fight for all the things that we do, we can go out there and waste money and send money back to all these different countries, millions, billions of dollars that we waste. But we're worried about our own freaking people winning. Isn't that something, guys? Isn't that something? We'll go out there and fight wars that has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. But we won't fight for our own stinking people. Why? Because a lot of those, and I hate to say that word, that WAR, because when you say that, I can get flagged for that. So don't be surprised if my doggone video don't come down just saying that stupid word. But the point I'm trying to make is this. We'll fight for other things because there's always an agenda. Oh, we're fighting for this because we're worried about oil, or we're worried about this. What about your people, bro? Because and then I was reading this one thing that says the reason that they don't like XRP because it gives people the opportunity to be wealthy, and they didn't control it. They don't control it. They don't condone it. They have nothing to do with it. And they can't stand it. They can't stand that the average person has an opportunity to do great. Oh, if you're 7 foot like Shaq, go ahead and make millions. We'll let that go. If you can go out there and dribble a ball like Kobe, go ahead. We'll let that go. We'll let a couple of you guys slip through. We'll let, and whoever it is. Some people just go out there and you're fortunate. Joe Montana, whatever, and there's not, I'm not just throwing out I mean, you could be, whether it's a country singer, whether it's, whatever, the Beatles. I mean, some people, I hate to say the Beatles are stupid. They're not Americans. But the point I'm making is that there's people that make it through the cracks based off of certain things, investing, stocks. They'll let certain things go, but an opportunity for everyone, and I know everyone won't win, but the opportunity that anyone can win, they don't like that at all. They don't like the fact that JC, Liz Herrera, what's up, sis? that lower level, that crypto Tails, what's up, Tails in the house? You know, they don't like the fact that we have the opportunity to be phenomenally amazing. You know, I was heartbroken this morning as I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm not going to mention his name. It's not like any of you guys would even know him anyway. Some of you guys might who are OGs and been around us for a while, but it just hurt my heart because my man, you know, invested in so many different things, and the market is what it is, and he's in some of the assets like, you know, certain things. He had to sell certain assets, you know, whatever the case may be, and he got in a position where he just couldn't wait anymore. You know, he over leveraged himself a little bit. He's having to sell his home and go from owning to renting, and it just like, and I was like, well, how much crypto you got left now? And he had, at one point he had a lot, and he said, man, I had to sell all of it. I had to sell all of it just to survive. I had to sell all of it just to pay bills. I expected things to be different by now, you know, and some of that might play towards Ripple, and it's just so sad because they've done nothing but sabotage and hurt people. There's another story of a guy who, and you shouldn't do this anyway, and it's definitely another, but another guy who back in the day, I think it was like, I can't remember what year it was, but it was some years ago, it was prior to the lawsuit, and he went on all in on Ripple, and I don't recommend that. He sold his home and went all in, and you know, it just, this lawsuit has devastated him to the point where you know, he said, man, I had to sell and take a loss just to you know, get some of my money back, because who knew it was going to take this lawsuit has just devastated so many people. There's other people that I know right now, that there's a group of people that are ready to file a lawsuit as soon as Ripple wins, you know, or as soon as this whole thing is over. They're going to file a lawsuit against the SEC for the damages that they've caused. They've affected so many people. They've affected so many investors, man, and it's unnecessary. It's so, and all they were looking for was an excuse. They were looking for a reason. That's what FTX provided, and that's why I low key think, to some degree, you know, you have to ask yourself, was some of it planned out? Was some of it like a plot? You know, it's just, you know, the more you read about what's going on with the whole Ethereum thing, and how people they had buddies that were invested in Ethereum, and so Ethereum's not a security. And now all of a sudden you can also, the SEC, something they said, I don't know what the factual, how factual this is, but they said the SEC actually accepts Ethereum. It's just crazy, man. Like I said, it's just bananas. And at that time, like I said, yeah, I was just, anyways, let me say what's up to the family. I will do the same thing if I need money. A lot of people exited the market because the government's, yeah, man, I'll do the same thing if I need money. It's just so sad, JC, because we all deserve our time. We all deserve our moment, bro. You know, it's just so sad. It's the view. The message was held for review. Who's that? Oh, Liz Herrera. No, it's Liz. I don't know why they held your message, sis. I got it showing now. Let's see. Show. What's going on with this thing? Show. What's wrong with this stupid thing here? Let's see. Did it show it? It said it. Okay, anyways. It said it held the message. That was ridiculous. Lower level says Biden and Burns got to go. Biden and Burns. Oh, no, Mr. Burns, The Simpsons. That was funny as hell. Very important for the whole crypto. It is, man. That's what I'm saying. The XRP thing is so much bigger than XRP, man. If I didn't have no damn XRP, and here's what's so funny. If you look and you pay attention, there's a lot of people who didn't support XRP who are supporting XRP now. There's a lot of influencers that I saw in a group of people, like 3 or 4 people talking at a time, and I remember them saying, oh, I don't really mess with XRP right now. Guess what? They're all invested in XRP right now. You want to know why? Because they all realize how important this case is, number one, and how ignorant the SEC is, number two, and the likelihood of Ripple winning, number three. And I've seen people who said they would never get it. They don't support it. Now they got it. Now they've invested big time. And I'm talking about, bro. I mean, bro, because we sis and bros here, right? I'm talking about, I would say there's a great percentage, low key, you know, haters are going to hate. Haters are going to hate. You already know that. You know how that works. Haters will hate. Haters will sit back and go, I know XRP and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I bet your funky butt got some. And I bet you, and if you don't got none, I bet your old funky butt hopes they win. You want to know why? Because it's going to help the entire ecosystem. It's going to help all of crypto. It's huge. So how could you not cheer for it? Are you cheering for it now that Coinbase is saying something? We know Coinbase is cheering. Coinbase hope Ripple's. I heard them say it. Everyone hope Ripple wins. Why? Because it's going to bring the necessary clarity that we need. Haters are now congratulators. You got to love it, guys. killing. And I just hope Ripple wins for so many reasons, not just for clarity, but it's going to be just a massive slap in the face for all those people who talk crap on Ripple. It's going to be a massive slap in the face for all those people who were hating. But you go buy Pepe, you'll go buy, bunk. What the bunk? Huh? You'll go buy me ladies to get rich. You'll go. I mean, and I'm not throwing these out. I'm just saying, like, if your whole investment strategy is based off of a meme, you've already lost. You've already lost. That's nothing. Especially when you go to a site and it says no intrinsic value. If they haven't got you today, they might get you tomorrow. And I'm not saying Pepe and these things aren't going to win. I'm not bad mouthing the fact that they could be around. Look at Shiba. Look at Doge. Doge started off as a joke. So who knows? But to bank your entire family's tomorrow on that, to me, that's insane. Like, it's one thing if you got a 70-20-10 strategy and you're 70% into 70%, you got, my 70%, my 70-20-10 is putting 70% of my money into 70%ers, 20% of my money into 20%, and 10% of my money, I could screw around with that. So if you're screwing around with 10% of your money, it means, God bless you. I did the same thing. No problem with that. But if you're banking a big part of your investment, again, guys, always remember, nothing I talk about should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy XRP, BTC, don't buy anything that you hear me talk about. I am not the person to sit up there and tell you to buy anything. I'm just documenting my journey in the evolution of money. My name is James.